I am a follower of Jesus Christ. I have an opinion and I share it with you. I am the salt of the earth.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Salt of the Earth podcast. Let's dive into President Donald Trump's electrifying address to a joint session of Congress on March 4th. Everyone, this wasn't just a speech, it was a roadmap to prosperity, a love letter to the American dream, and a smackdown to the petty, hateful Democrats who can't stand to see America win. Let's break it down, celebrate the wins, and call out the nonsense. First off, can we just marvel at what President Trump has pulled off in just 6 weeks? The man's been in office for 43 days and he's already moving mountains. He's slashed federal waste, kicked off mass deportations of illegal immigrants, including some of the worst gang members out of there, and he's got the economy humming with new tariffs that will bring jobs back home. The U.S. Army just had its best recruiting month in 15 years. That's not a fluke. That's President Trump's leadership firing up our armed forces. And get this, he snapped the terrorist behind the Abbey Gate bombing that killed 13 of our brave service members in Afghanistan. Justice delivered, swift and strong. Most administrations take years to rack up this kind of scorecard. Trump? He's doing it before the paint's dry in the Oval Office. That's the kind of energy we need. Now, you'd think everyone could rally behind this kind of progress, right? Nope. Not the Democrats. These people showed up to the speech acting like spoiled toddlers throwing a tantrum. Representative Al Green from Texas couldn't even let President Trump give 5 minutes in before shouting about mandates. Had to be hauled out by the sergeant at arms while Republicans cheered. Classy, huh? Others walked out, wore pink shirts to whine about women's issues when they just voted against it, or held up little signs saying, "Save Medicaid" and "Musk steals." I mean, grow up. This isn't a middle school protest. It's Congress. They are so blinded by hate for President Trump that they can't even cheer for America winning. They don't want prosperity. They want power, and they'll drag us all down to keep it. But let's pivot to the heart of this speech, because President Trump didn't just bring the hammer, he brought the heart. One moment that hit me right in the feels was when he honored 13-year-old Deji Daniel, a kid battling brain cancer who's dreamed of being a law enforcement officer. President Trump had the Secret Service director make DJ an honorary agent right there in the chamber, badge and all. The crowd went wild. DJ's dad lifted him up, and you could feel the pride radiating. Another tearjerker? President Trump renaming a wildlife refuge after Jocelyn Nongere, a young girl murdered by Venezuelan gang members let in under Biden's watch. He handed the executive order to VP Vance on the spot, a promise kept to her grieving family. These are the moments that show President Trump is not just a leader, he's a man who cares. And let's not forget President Trump's sense of humor. It's pure gold, and he had the room cracking up. When he talked about slashing government waste, he quipped, "We've got more bureaucrats than ants at a picnic. Time to clean house." The Republicans roared, and even some of the press couldn't hide a smirk. Later, he jabbed at the Democrats' obsession with Elon Musk, saying, "They think he's stealing their thunder. But I said he's just charging it up, Tesla style." That's Trump. He's got a knack for landing a punchline that lightens the mood and sticks it to the whiners. It's not just leadership. It's leadership with swagger, and we love it. But here's where the Democrats really showed their true colors. You'd think they could at least clap for DJ, right? A kid with cancer getting his dream moment? Nope. Stone-faced, silent. They couldn't muster a shred of decency because it was President Trump doing it. Same with the service members' families he honored. Crickets from the left side of the aisle. They are so obsessed with making everything political that they can't even celebrate a child's joy or a soldier's sacrifice. Shame on them. It's pathetic. It's petty. And it's why America is sick of their nonsense. Speaking of nonsense, let's talk about the money pit that is USAID. President Trump called out billions in fraud and waste, hundreds of millions funneled to who knows where, propping up foreign projects while Americans struggle. Remember that $59 million for illegal alien hotel rooms in New York City? Or the $1.9 billion to some decarbonization committee tied to Stacey Abrams? What a joke! USAID is like a slush fund for globalist clowns, and President Trump's task force is rooting it out. Democrats love to cry about helping the poor, but they are fine flushing our tax dollars down the toilet overseas. Hypocrites. Now, he did not talk about this, but let's talk tariffs because President Trump's bringing them back big time to protect American jobs. Sure, some naysayers, like the Democrats, will moan that prices might tick up for a while. You might pay a bit more for that cheap imported gadget at first, but here's the deal. Those tariffs forced companies to bring manufacturing home, creating millions of jobs and pumping money into our economy. In the end, it's a win-win. Better wages, stronger industries, and prices stabilize as we rely on ourselves, not foreign handouts. President Trump's playing the long game, and it's brilliant. That ties into the core of this speech. President Trump's vision. He's all about the American dream, unstoppable, surging, bigger than ever. He's bringing back patriotism, honoring our law enforcement with a push for the death penalty for cop killers, boosting our armed forces, and cracking down on crime. Law and order. Everyone, that's the backbone of a free nation. He's fighting for prosperity too, slashing inflation, cutting grocery prices, and putting money back in your pocket by axing wasteful spending. This isn't just talk, it's action. President Trump is empowering every American to dream big and win big. And then there's peace. President Trump's working tirelessly to end the Ukraine-Russia war, a brutal mess that's killed millions and drained us of $175 billion plus. He read a letter from President Zelensky saying Ukraine's ready to negotiate, and he's got Russia signaling the same. Wouldn't that be beautiful? He asked. Yes, it would. But the Democrats? They'd rather keep the war machine humming. They cheered when someone waved a Ukraine flag but sat on their hands when President Trump talked peace. They are addicted to conflict. Anything to spite President Trump, even if it means more blood and treasure lost. He's right. You've got to talk to both sides to end wars. They just don't get it. Patriots, this speech was a masterclass in leadership. President Trump's delivering on promises. Law and order, prosperity, peace, while the Democrats sulk and scheme. They are not just petty, they are a roadblock to America's greatness. So let's keep the pressure on, call out their bad behavior, support our president, and embrace this golden age he's ushering in. The American dream's alive, patriotism's roaring, and we are on the verge of something incredible. Let's keep America winning. Be the salt of the earth.